Good day. This is Roger Chowdhury signing in for the BFN, the Business Financial Network. And on today's special series, The Stock Talk, we continue to assist our audience in the discovery of underexposed, undervalued, brand new asset classes in the world markets. And today, it's always a pleasure to introduce the CEO of Gander Gold, Mr. Mark Scott. How are you doing today, Mark?
Great, Roger. Great to be with you.
Awesome. And you know what? It's been a really interesting. Last time we spoke, you almost like a guru. You were talking about the price of gold. You're talking about the way that it's going to be trading. You were just like, Roger, wait till this thing holds, above 2000. You're going to see something different. Funny enough, it's holding over 2000. It's hit, all-time highs. Sadly enough, we're at the end of the year, and in Canada, in the resource market, it's tax loss selling time. But regardless of that, we saw some news last week that I'm extremely excited about. It looks like you guys hit gold. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, we think we're setting up for a great 2024, in spite of being in the heart of tax loss selling season right now. Gander was very excited to put out recently the first three drill hole results from a property called Lizard Pond in the Gander South project, where we drilled 3 65-meter holes, and there was gold throughout all 65 meters of each of those first three holes. So we couldn't be happier with that result. There's over a gram in the first 14 meters starting at surface in one hole, about 1.5 grams in the first 4 meters of another starting at surface. So we're very excited about Lizard Pond, which of course is the smallest of our 8 projects in Newfoundland.
Unbelievable. And you know what? You hit gold in 3 holes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Three of 3 holes that were 65 meters deep. Each and every one of the 3 had gold, anomalous to very anomalous gold throughout all 65 meters of each of the 3 holes. So, I mean, you just can't do any better than that on a first strike.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. And even more, I'm looking at, today's market, and most of these, deals, they're not really doubling down. And based on some recent news, you guys are increasing your land package?
Well, we're increasing the number of claims we have at Lizard Pond specifically, for sure, because of the early drilling success we've seen there, and we just announced last week. We have gone ahead and acquired some additional claims, 26 additional claims, immediately adjacent to our existing 42 claims at Lizard Pond, to expand that ground and include a number of known historic high-grade gold occurrences on the new claims that we've acquired, and to increase the ground we have that's along strike with those first 3 drill holes that we drilled in 2023.
Wow. Unbelievable, man. So that's great. That's a really good sign that obviously you're building this asset out even more in a Canadian resource market that's obviously going through some turbulent times. And I like to also, take a note that, a lot of people talk about when to get in, when do you actually get into some of these assets? And, I told people, I said, when your barber is telling you to buy Bitcoin, most likely you missed the boat. And I don't know if you guys noticed recently, but Costco's selling gold, right? Costco's been selling gold. It's been selling out. And historically, during times of turbulence, geopolitically and inflation-wise, and it looks like we still have looming recession and even depression talks in the market, gold always rise to the top. So we just hit all-time high prices of gold. We're holding above 2000. What can you say about, the market in general and where you see this project at Gander going?
Well, there's no doubt 2023 was a tough year for gold juniors. And, as tough as 2023 was, we think 24 is setting up really nicely, as some of us have been predicting for a number of months now. I think maybe the spike in the price has come a little sooner than anticipated, but that might have to do with some of the surprise upheaval in the Middle East that's going on right now too. So I think if you look at the results we're putting out, again, this is one of three. Lizard Pond is one of three projects we drilled in Newfoundland last year, and only one of 8 projects that we have on the island. In fact, the largest single company claim position on the island, with lots of great targets that have yet to be drilled. I think Gander is trading at its, in the brief, not quite 2-year history that it's been trading, is trading at its low point now. And with what's ahead of us in 24, it has to be a great time to get in right now.
Awesome. And what can you speak to in terms of the grade of gold that you're seeing from these results in your experience, obviously?
What's RAB drilling, right? Everybody in Canada thinks diamond drilling is the be all end all, but most of the rest of the world lives on, in the gold world anyways, lives on research drilling and those kinds of things that are pretty similar to RAB drilling. So we're very happy with it. It's not a perfect methodology as far as the sampling goes, but to have gold throughout all 65 meters of 3 of 3 holes and over a gram in the first almost 14 meters, starting right at surface in one of the 3 holes. When you combine that with some of the high grade channel sampling and grab samples that have been taken over the years from the new claims that we just added to this Lizard Pond property, we think there's a great and obvious path ahead for follow-up exploration and drilling in 24.
Awesome. And you know what? I know that the sentiment in the Canadian resource market has been what it is. And I think personally it's a great thing. Why? The real teams with the real results and the real projects and the great people behind those projects, those ones are going to rise to the top. And, speaking of that, there's a lot of my buddies, a lot of my friends that are in this deal. And, a lot of them are holding. A lot of them are looking forward to see what you guys are going to do for 2024. And I am myself very excited to see what you guys are going to be able to do. So, you know what, Mark? Thank you very much for spending the time with me and the investment community that we have to give us an update on Gander Gold. And we look forward to seeing you in the new year. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, buddy.